Oh man, sawdust bread. In case you don't know, it's exactly what it sounds like. The recipe we found calls for half flour, 2 parts sawdust, and 1 part, quote, mixed foliage.
I mean, that can't really have been it, I guess, but even if it wasn't, mixed foliage is literal leaves and sticks.
There had been water somewhere, like it can't just have been powder. But yeah.
I guess you mix it together with water or something.
Yeah, and that's it.
Sawdust. Like, we're talking sawdust?
There's some quote out there. I'm trying to remember the saying with sawdust. If y'all know it, tweet it. We don't have Twitter.
We don't have to have a quote with sawdust. They had bread with sawdust.
No, it's messed
Bread
up.
with sawdust is hard times. But you know what? They did it because they had to.
Or else.
If you want to get through it, you got to go through it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sure, in times of plenty, you can often talk or buy your way out of a sticky situation. But if there's just not enough of the stuff to go around, then words are meaningless. And money is totally valueless. Hard times are those times.
Yeah. With all the shortages lately, I feel like a lot of people are learning this lesson the hard way.
Yeah, that's true. We don't have to look too far back to see the future on that one. We had some listeners, actually, that were adults in the 70s.
It's true. We check the analytics every day, hour, day. We know this.
And that makes them old enough to remember the gasoline shortages in the United States. We don't have to dig too deep in the causes here. You can use your imagination or your own search engine here. But the quick version of the story is that there simply was not enough gasoline to go around.
Yeah, I remember reading about this. Apparently, they had to ration out gasoline at the pump. And you could fill up on alternating days based on whether the last number of your license plate was even or odd.
I mean, like rations. Can you imagine? Oh, I can't drive my 3-ton Escalade to Walmart. I can't rev my race car in the city for fun. There would be legit riots in the street over modern day gas rations.
I've seen those stickers on gas pumps. Some politician would definitely be made into a scapegoat.
Maybe made into a tree ornament the way things are going. But, yeah, that's my whole problem with people who are stupid about the pandemic. That's my problem with anybody who won't recognize that we live in a shared society, that our fates are tied together because we share the same resources, the same damn planet.
Yeah.
I mean, we all learned in kindergarten that you just don't take the last slice of pizza if you've had two. And some people haven't had their first. In hard times, that same kid who takes the last slice of pizza will happily obstruct your survival for their pleasure. I cannot coexist with this type of person. Like, literally cannot. It will cost me my life.
Yeah, it costs a lot of people everything.
See, but that's the thing, too. Hard times cost pretty much everyone something. But, those who are used to operating with a lack of resources are going to do a lot better.
Yeah, I think that's my takeaway too. Things aren't always easy or certainly fun, but people adapt more often than not, right?
You know what? I always look to someone I read about last year. Her name was Francisca Susano for inspiration in times like this. In case our listeners do not recognize the name, Francisca rode around our sun 124 times during our period with us. This woman survived 2 world wars, multiple pandemics, famine, instability, and yet she lived on. She only died in November of last year, and not of COVID. She's a hero of mine, a legitimate hero.
Yeah, we're definitely used to making something out of nothing. She had to have done that quite a few times.
In 124 years, yeah.
Amazing.
It's just hard proof. We saves are notoriously reluctant to die. I think that with a little luck and a lot of instant noodles, we are gonna get through these hard times and be better human beings for it.
Or else.
Or else. Well, our dinner tonight definitely sounds better after that last segment. People had to eat some pretty gnarly things to get by back in the day.
You don't want sawdust bread?
I don't want sawdust bread, but you know what? This cup of noodles is about to be amazing right now. So if you don't mind, just go ahead and press the button, and I will go out and get our cups of noodles, which are in the microwave already for some reason.
Oh, Well, yeah, it sounds good. Alright, well, AJ's going off to get our noodles. So while he's gone, I wanted to share a life hack of my own that actually my sister told me about. So this has been really life-changing. It is a breathing technique that actually resets your nervous system. So it's pretty simple. I like to remember it as 5, 7, 8. So you inhale for 5, you hold it for 7, and then you exhale for 8. And it really just makes me feel so much better. If I'm having a harder time, this week was more challenging than some others. But I do this multiple times a day. I tell my students about it. So let's go ahead and do it together. So we're going to inhale for 5. Hold. Exhale. All right. And you can do that a couple times. I don't want you to get lightheaded, but that is something that I hope you will carry with you. If you know somebody who's going through something hard, maybe just breathing with them. If you don't know what to say, sometimes there's nothing to say. And you can just maybe hold their hand or just do a breathing over the phone with them or something like that.
All right, back with the noodles. Dinner time.
Dinner time.
Yeah, man.
Dinner time.
Better than no dinner time.
Living is hard.
Okay.
Oh.